Booby Mage. Something tells me that nickname's gonna stick. It is time for some more Villager level 999. Make sure you leave a like on this video, share, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, and his Patreon for live reactions over there. You can also hype the video, which does help push this to more people and keeps these videos coming. So let's check it out, see what they have in store for us this week. I thought it was her. The fact that, like, the one who got groped the least, wild statement, calls that sexual harassment as well. Even if the production value isn't the craziest, the fact that they don't just copy and paste the same monster every scene, they actually have like, what, a dozen or two unique looking creatures? It's pretty fucking cool. And you know, despite our MC being insanely overpowered, they've actually got across that he isn't indestructible. Like, if he's forced to go up against this large of an army, he can't do it by himself, even with his strength. I don't think I've ever seen a hero like him or a character like him whose entire personality in the first couple episodes was about how much of a harem king he was going to be, only for him to actually legitimately be like a genuine fighter and hero, just a slight pervert too, you know? Like, it's such a whiplash of what you expect. Bro's, holy shit, bro's fucking... This guy's a savage. Okay. Casually drugging the Demon King, no big deal. Okay, where the fuck are we? If we defeat this guy, where are we going after this? Bro's gonna take a cat nap in the middle of this. But he wants to break away from the shackles that seemingly could dictate everyone's lives. The one who challenges God. Effect, users' growth never stops. Experience earned gives them the power beyond their upper limit. Damn, dog. Nah, bro just keeps kidnapping the Demon King, bro. That's insane. Boom, we need some moolah. We open a casino, we rob the citizens blind, and then we go buy a mystery loot crate. As always, no one believes me when I say, yeah, this is what peak looks like. But Brandon, a guy holding two girls, and they claim it's sexual harassment. How could that be peak? They say with a Mushoku Tensei profile picture. But here's the thing, this show has humor. It does. It is funny as fuck. But the thing that is actually surprising about this show is how at face value it looks like your generic hero fantasy slop. Guy has a class that is supposed to nerf him, but he becomes the most powerful character in the show. We see it all the time, that every step of the way, they hit the story beats I expect, but they're always doing one or two steps a little bit differently. In this very episode, they actually explain that, hey, yeah, we do admit that the villager class, which he is the weakest class, but because they're so weak, they gain insane amount of experience, so they can climb up to level 100 faster than most people. The issue is most of their skills are shit. Most of these shows, I can't even remember the last time I've seen a show that did that, where they say, hey, we actually acknowledge that yes, this guy is just doing a thing that this world builds into their class. The thing is that their skills are mostly garbage, so it doesn't matter if they get up to level 100. Bros out here being level 999, if you have a hero class, a level 300 hero class is objectively stronger than a villager level 999. I don't remember the last time I've seen something like that actually be explored in these, he's supposed to be weak, but in fact, he's actually the strongest. Like, that's the trope that we're dealing with. The thing is while yes, he does have some skills that are busted, his class as a whole isn't nothing but busted skills because he climbed up to 999. Like, I mean, if a hero class had his level of experience growth, I mean, probably the hero that we're dealing with probably would be level 300 or something like that, right? So it's like, I appreciate that they're going this route, but the most impressive thing is actually how he explained his mantra. I thought last week, you know, dealing with, why would you fight for demons? Why would you fight for humans at the same time, right? Having the concept of saying, hey, my mother was killed by, I forget which one it was. I think it's father was killed by demons, mother was killed by bandits. So one half killed by humans, one half killed by demons. It explains why he has an equal belief of both sides have good and evil. But the way he explained why he's, like, not going with the programming of this world is some of the most, like, competently written pieces of dialogue I can recall from these types of shows in some time. Because by explaining it of, like, hey, everything in this world, people are just going with the flow because it makes sense. Oh, you know, you have a status screen. How do you increase the levels on that status screen? You kill powerful things. Well, demons might attack you from time to time, so it makes sense that you kill demons. You just go with the status quo because it makes sense. And after you reach a certain point in your own revenge tour, you start realizing that, like, what the fuck? Like, why am I just a cog in this machine? Why should I ask my own questions? And the concept of having a skill that's basically like God Slayer, being able to defy God, you start realizing that just because everyone's doing this bullshit, demons are attacking humans because, well, when they kill us or we kill them, we drop coins. Everything about how they're actually explaining the mechanisms of this world is surprisingly deep world building for only being 5 episodes into a show. I can think of dozens of shows that have 24 episodes, 24, 26 episodes, and have a fraction of the world building that the show's already presented. Now, am I saying this is the best anime of all time? No. Am I saying it's one of the deeper fantasy shows that you can watch this year? Yeah, I am. Just because a show has minimal animation or what you consider to be a mediocre production does not negate from the storytelling beats that they are presenting to us. This is legitimately one of my favorite MCs of this season, and I think will be a top 10 MC for me this year, because he does not function in the traditional sense of this show. There's a lot of funny moments. Bro's like, listen, if you guys are going to be hooting and hollering, I'm just going to pick you guys up and move you along because I need you to use. Oh, you're going to yell sexual harassment? He's not feeling them up. It's just some characters have big old titties, and when he's, putting them in between each arm, it may feel like one thing. The fact that he's like legitimately just a guy you want to root for, and the way they explained like what was going on with the Demon King, like this guy, I mean, the trope of a character letting your hero talk for a long period of time is a bit of an eye-rolly trope. And I still think it technically is that in this episode, but I will give them some praise. It's more believable. So, Bro's looking at this human as a fascinating character. Fuck it, I'm going to give you a year. I'm going to kidnap the Demon King again because I believe I'm going to destroy humanity. But fuck it, if you can prove to me your bullshit, fuck it, maybe I'll let it happen. It's enough for me to say, huh. The concept of retreating, letting us live, I mean, it's not like we could have done much here, right? Bro used one of his skills, which essentially doubles his power, but gives him the old Megami special where he can't move afterwards. The Demon King can't do shit. Most of our heroes can't do shit. So he could have, like, blasted us here and most likely would have succeeded. Unless he truly had no magical power now that his, like, big Iron Man suit was destroyed. I just think this show covers its tracks way better than most, and it's really funny because last week I go in depth. I explained why I think this show is a lot deeper than many people give credit. And you'll have motherfuckers come in and be like, nah, it's not as deep as you're making it out. And that's their entire comment. If you're going to have a different opinion than the video in question, you have to explain why. Do you know why I don't just get up here and say, damn, it good? Because that's fucking stupid. That is a feeling. No one gives a fuck about a feeling past, a hardcore fan base. You have to explain your reasonings beyond surface level observations. Unless the video in question already agreed, like, someone coming in and be like, yeah, damn, it's peak, or yeah, damn, it's hype, and the video in question explains why they think it's peak or hype, you can just latch on and piggyback off that opinion. But if you're going to go against it and you're going to have an argument, you can't just have surface level observations that, yeah, it's kind of mid. No, the only thing mid is your damn opinion because you don't know how to explain it. We all got opinions. We can all have debates. But this show, I've seen so many of these shows, and even at their most mid, they can be entertaining, but that's all I'm going to be like, hey, yeah, it's kind of fun, but like, yeah, it's nothing deep. This MC is actually quite fascinating. I mean, this would be a season finale for most shows. I have an idea of where they're going to go from here, but fuck, this show is turning out way better than I expected. And you may not want to believe that a thumbnail of is this sexual harassment could be peak, but you know what? That's why I know ball and you don't. Your thoughts down below. What did you think of this week's episode? How are you enjoying this one? This one has been surprisingly fantastic, if you ask me, one of my personal favorites. But thoughts down below, leave a like, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell, and yes, Patreon for live reactions and exclusives over there. Like, hey, I gotta give those video shoutouts too, because my patrons are what make this YouTube channel possible. So today we got Eds, a Lunar, Otaku Gamer, Taco Tuesday, Brendan J. Wright, Pokemon 222, 888, Sharon, and we also have The Gentleman. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.